It's one of those things that I had that moment with CliftonStrengths where I saw my results and I was like, that's why this totally resonates with me. This is who I am. And it was this resounding self-affirmation moment that kind of helped to validate some things that previously I might have been thinking, like, maybe I'm too much here, maybe I'm a little too direct. But now I kind of see those things as just being typical of my core type in basically a manifestation of the core motivation, right? And that is to be valuable to others, to influence, develop others, excite others, get them excited about their life. And I think that that's played heavily into my career aspirations and the
Yeah,
things that I've gotten involved in.
absolutely. And then I know that you resonate a lot with that type two wing. What makes you feel more drawn to that energy versus the four?
I love people. I've taught people ages 3 to 80. I absolutely love people. And I think that while my wings, I like to think are balanced most of the time, I think that I take most of my energy and my behaviors manifest themselves through the two because I like to serve people. I like making people happy. I kind of have a tendency in some ways, unfortunately, to avoid conflict. I don't really like getting into that, nitty gritty and talking about that much in a way that maybe an 8 would. So I identify with that, but now I kind of look at the 3 wing 2 as being a friendly version of someone who likes to achieve, someone
Yeah.
who might be direct at times, but now I know that and I can kind of harness it into a way that can motivate other people and make them feel the energy that I'm feeling.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so I'm going to ask you just because threes sometimes get dubbed as like the workaholic on the Enneagram, which we all can fall into that, right? Just kind of hustle
Right,
harder,
absolutely.
working all the time. How do you, because now it sounds like you have your day job and then you're doing some speaking and then you also have your own business that you're getting up and going and taking clients in your quote unquote free time. How have you, like, any best practices or words of wisdom that you would have to kind of help somebody else unwind? What have you learned about, finding that free time, being productive, but also being a human being and not just always a human doing?
I love how you say that, a human being versus a human doing. And I think that that kind of sums up my type, right? That's quite the essential of it, is the human doing. And I feel like I draw a lot of my energy from doing. But back to your question, I really feel like 2 tips I could give you, and that would be focusing on 3 main priorities to get done a day. I actually have an agenda with me here that I got off Amazon for, I think, under 20 bucks. And it forces me to write down what I need to get done throughout the day. But not only that, but have those 3 priorities listed, which I absolutely love. And I learned from my previous boss to time block. We work with Microsoft Outlook a lot. And so instead of just keeping meetings and things like appointments on my calendar, I make an effort to kind of look at the next 2 weeks or so, maybe a month ahead. And I try to pencil in or block off time on my calendar digitally so that I can budget the hours that I need to spend per week on a specific project to hit the deadline.
I love that. Okay, time blocking. I'm a huge fan of that as well. Could use some work in that area, but feel yeah.
It's not always easy.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that. So, and then last question on this with the Enneagram, just out of curiosity, threes tend to be excellent goal setters. Always have the next thing that they're working on. Would you be willing to share something you're excited about, a goal that you have that you're excited to be working on?
I'm really excited to have gotten certified in CliftonStrengths because I'm such a huge believer in getting to know people as the first step in focusing in that leadership and managerial development training that I do a lot of in my organization. And so I love the idea of getting to really know not only the what makes people tick on an individual basis, but what that unique DNA looks like, right, inside of a team, and how to parlay that, once you know it through Enneagram, how to parlay it through the strengths that you have and almost focus it, or how we call it in Clifton, aim that. And so what I'm excited about is opening up a world on the side where I can help people And I really want to focus on helping transitioning teachers who want to go from
Mm.
working in schools to maybe exploring other opportunities in the corporate environment. So I'm really
Yes.
excited to maybe get some virtual or maybe in person, cross our fingers, workshops centered around getting teachers maybe prepared for what lies ahead and understanding a career transition opportunity like one to corporate,
Oh
and
my
getting my
gosh.
business kind of off the ground in doing that one-on-one and team development coaching as a consultant for Clifton Strengths.
Such a great niche. Oh my gosh, such a great niche. I feel like a lot of teachers feeling that burnout, looking at other
Right, right.
alternatives. So perfect timing and what a great way to help.